Y'all in the building. Y'all see the thumbnail, right? I'm going to let y'all get in the building before I start to talk because I am going to do my hair. I just washed my hair this morning. So as I tell you this story, as we talk about the thumbnail, as you come in, because I got this text message around 1 something, but I was like, you know what? I'm not going to come live. I was at work. Let me clean my screen, y'all. Let me know if I'm clear. Am I clear in the screen? Can y'all hear me? Okay. It is Friday. Hey guys. It is so naturally for me to do that. I need to not do that. Hit a like on the way in. Hit a like because they don't bite. We're here on Friday night. Grab your popcorn. Grab your charcuterie board. Whatever you need for you to chime in, okay? We're going to be like Risa Tisa tonight. We're going to do a story time. You are so beautiful. I can see and hear you. Thank you. Because I don't feel beautiful, so I appreciate that. Hey, Victoria. Hey, boo. Victoria, I'm going to make you a mod, period, since you up in here, sis. I don't think I've ever caught you on a live. Oh, you got to comment again for me to... There you go, V. Y'all, this is my really good friend. I've known her for years, since my babies were really small. It's not letting me make you a mod. See, the settings done changed on the live. Like, I'm going to have to... Hey, sis. I'm going to have to play with it. Hey, sis, looking beautiful. Thank you, sis. Y'all, the kids done broke my tripod. Well, really, the baby. Let me be real. The baby broke the tripod, y'all. How's Aaron do? My brother had court today, y'all. I recorded, and that vlog will be here in the morning. Y'all, it's so hard. It's hard. I'm not going to sit here in front. When you have 2 jobs and about to start a 3rd job at night, and you're a full-time single mom, and you're trying to be a content creator, it is not easy. It's easy to have the content to record, but the hard part is, when do you have the time to actually edit the content to upload it? Because I'm at work, right? So if I was a full-time content creator and I could just stay home, that would be so lovely because I would have so much time to, you know, record. I mean, to edit. But I think it would be boring because I wouldn't have this type of content. So anyways, sorry, y'all. I hope y'all could forgive me that I haven't posted, but I got a lot of videos. I hope y'all watch them when I put them out. So let me know, did y'all see the thumbnail? We're going to talk about the thumbnail first. If you coming in the live, please hit a like. It helps me in the algorithm. So if you're here, please hit a like. I appreciate it. Please hit a like. I don't want to be one of them content people that just wait because I just feel like, I don't know. I don't like it. So I don't want to be that kind of person. But just y'all hit a like because I love y'all and y'all love me, right? So put in the comment, I saw your Facebook post. Okay, so you seen the Facebook post. Hey, Victoria, I'm trying to make you a mod, but it's not letting me be. Hey, Chris. Okay, so y'all see the thumbnail. You know why we here. Hit a like. Hit a like because we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it. And I'm finna finger coil my hair. I'm going to see what it do. I haven't done it in a long time. It's wet. I put the hair product in it. But I'm like, instead of just sitting here talking, I want to do something as well so the video could be a little bit more interesting. Pretty curls, thank you. And y'all can see how I style my hair and what I do to it. So who was in the picture with her? That's her friend. Okay, so let's talk about it. I want y'all to interact with me tonight on this live. I want you to, when I talk about something, put your questions in the chat because I will be answering them. So as we are talking, I am going to be finger coiling my hair for the weekend because it's about the money pick. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It is about the money pick. It sure is. So I'm going to let y'all come in. I'm going to give it a little bit more time. Because, you know, I get to talking and then people come in and they're just like, you know, lost in the sauce. What's going on? So we're going to give them a second. Yes, it's about the money pick and it's her current roommate. I'm not sure if it's her cousin because my mama be saying everybody is her cousin. So I don't really know if it is. Y'all, so all I know is it's her new roommate. are the kids? How are they feeling? Yeah, they sick. They're feeling better. What happened is the boys got sick first. So if you're just coming in, this is how I style my hair. I have actually, y'all can see it, naturally curly hair, but this preserves it, and I like big curls. So this actually allows me to pull each one of these curls apart when they dry. I pull this apart about 4 times, each of these, and it gives me really big curls. So I do this to my entire head, and it's a process. But I can leave my hair like this for a whole week. So it actually works for me. So anywho, we're going to talk about it. How's your car situation? I have no car. I'm in a rental. Shout out to Misha for putting me in a rental. We had a rental when it first happened, and that rental went back. It was super expensive. We only had it for 3 weeks, and then it went back to Enterprise, and we got something a little bit more affordable, better on gas, but the kids are really squished in it. But beggars can't be choosers, right? You got to be grateful for what you got. And we definitely want anyone that wants to show love to Brother Aaron. Yes. You guys, my super chats are on too. If you want a super chat. If you have a YouTube channel and you want to come live with me, you can send a super chat and I'll put you on the screen. And we can have a conversation. You guys know now, if you are a YouTuber and you're live, you can actually go live together. So, yes, I still want to move for sure. One thing at a time. Can't overwhelm myself. So if you guys can see the difference, this is my regular curl pattern, and this is the curls. Okay, let's take a break. That is a little distracting. So hit a like on your way in. Hit a like. You just hit the thumbs up, and that puts me in the algorithm of YouTube, and I appreciate that because then other people get to notice my channel, right? So I think enough of you guys are in here. Let's get to talking. So, as you guys know, the lawyer has advised me not to communicate with my mother going forward. Ever since I went over there on the live, y'all, and, you know, the neighbors said what they said about Gary and my mom. After that, the lawyer was like, look, you can't have any we advise you, you know, to not have any communication with your mother moving forward or anybody from Gary's family. So, absolutely, I won't do that. And I haven't. Ever since that day we pulled up, y'all seen I was live and I confronted my mom. I have not spoken to her. I have seen her, as you can see, when my brother came down to pick up the car from her because he wanted the vehicle. He contacted me and I let him know the situation. If you haven't seen that live, you should probably go back and catch up. Basically, I told him what happened. My mom took the car. She threatened the car situation and the vehicle was back with her. And if, you know, he wanted to get it, then he needed to take the proper steps and go through my mom. So that's exactly what he did. Now, my mom was there. He talked to her. I did not go inside of her apartment. I stayed outside. I was on live. I did not speak to her. I did see her. She seen me. But again, there was no communication whatsoever at all. She has been texting me and continues to text me from several different people's numbers. I don't know who the numbers are exactly that she's texting me from. I have no idea whatsoever. But I know it's her because she's telling me it's her. And she's saying, you know, things that only she would say to me that it's her, right? The other day, she texted me. It's just like so aggravating, right? This is a very touchy situation. And unfortunately, the way my mom is going about it, the way this situation is being handled from her is crazy, right? So 1 minute she's texting my phone and she's saying, so if you want the curls to fall towards your face, then you twist them into your face. If you want them to fall back, then you twist them towards the back. And that's the way the curl is going to fall. And I technically like my hair just big, not framing my face, but just going out more into like an afro. So that's why I'm twisting everything the opposite way towards the back of my head. So anywho, y'all, I went to court today. Anytime I go to court, you guys, it's a lot for me. It's a lot for me mentally. Is low-key relaxing. Okay, cool. Because I was like, maybe I should do my hair instead of just talking. Maybe it makes it a little bit more interesting than me just sitting here going off in the camera, okay? So we're trying something new here, okay? So if y'all don't like it, say you don't like it. If y'all like it, tell me you like it. I'm just trying something new, okay? So, and I just do them in random sections, some small, some big. I know my hair. I've been doing this for a very long time, and it doesn't bother me. It is time consuming, but it does not bother me. Everybody always asks like how long is my hair? My hair is really long. But as we know, Black Girl Magic, your hair shrinks. So, back to what I was saying. She texts me random things. I miss my grandkids so much. She says she's back employed. So let's back it up. I told you guys on the live that my mom made a GoFundMe for her rent, right? Because the Section 8 is no longer there. Right. Okay, Michelle, go off. I'm going to come back to you, Michelle. So she texts me. She's like, I'm back employed. If the kids need anything, she's telling me what are the kids' clothing size. Is the baby still into Baby Shark? Because I want to get them stuff, right? That's the text that she texted me yesterday. Again, I don't reply. I literally just read it and I keep it pushing, right? So this is what the coils look like, you guys. They're just little finger coils. I'm pretty sure a lot of you know what these are. So I don't respond. I never do. I just read him. And she's saying all kinds of other stuff. One thing that really pissed me off that she said, she was like, the detective said that your relationship with Aaron is kind of weird. And I said the same thing. And this is where it's kind of weird because you've never even loved yourself nor your children unconditionally. Of course, the love that I show my brother is going to be weird to you because you've never showed your own children that kind of love, right? So it pissed me off, but at the same time, I have to understand that she's a drug addict and she's going to say whatever's on her mind, whether it makes sense or not, right? But it did kind of piss me off. But I can read in between the lines, and I know when somebody is hurt, when they just talking from a hurt place, and you're talking from a hurt place. I couldn't imagine having 4 children and not having a relationship or love with all 4 of them. And they're all still breathing and alive. And, you know, I could never understand if your kids get taken away. Let me chime in with this. Because we're going to talk tonight. We're going to talk about the thumbnail, but we're going to talk. I can never understand if your kids get taken away. How can you breathe without your kids? How are you not fighting? You know, we were, you know, obviously not necessarily taken, but in a way, right? Because she could have got us back. So you weren't there as a mother in our childhood, and then you weren't there when we were teenagers. And then, like I've told you guys before, me and my mom barely start to build a relationship and get to know each other when I was around 27 and a half, 28, right? So the relationship is still very fairly new, right? But I would say we have, yeah, she was trying to get me to react, right? Especially if you don't know love and you haven't healed, then of course it's going to be weird to you because you don't know what unconditional love looks like. You don't even know what it feels like, right? So I had to, you know, it pissed me off for the moment, but I moved past it because I know how to self-regulate. I know how to read in between the lines, you know, and I know what it is. So we've always all had this issue with my mom our entire lives. Like, how do you not fight for your kids, right? How do you let your kids, whether they're with the daddy, that grandma, in our case, we were with the grandma, with cousins, or they're in the system. How do you not fight for your kids? Especially in California. You know, wait, I was taken away. Yeah, and it depends on the situation, right? Absolutely. Every situation is different, right? So I hear you, Lizzie, on your situation. Every situation is different. In this situation, let me break it down. My parents were just on drugs. My parents were on drugs. And they were in the streets doing their thing, okay? And that's why we switching back and being the same person she's always been. Right. She's thinking that my mom loves with money. For some reason, even in getting to know her, that's how she would love me. She would think in order to have my hair's drying, so it's already tangling, to be close to me or to have a relationship with me, she's always used money. And I've told her several times, I'm here to love you and to, figure you out and grow with you and build a bond. I don't care if you have no money. I don't care. I don't care if you're a drug addict. I expect you to be honest with me, right? That's what I expect, is honesty. But yes, I'm sorry, Lizzie. I didn't say that. I'm sorry that happened to you. I'm very sorry. Even though I wasn't in the home with my parents, something like that happened to me too. But we'll get into that in a different video. So, I'm going to take a break from this because it is a little distracting. So my mom didn't raise us. Like I said, we didn't get in a relationship, have a relationship with her personally for myself till I was 26, right? Right. I'm his sister, that part. Okay. That part. So our relationship is fairly new, but we are bonded. And when I had my youngest son, my baby son, Elmise, I went through a lot with my breakup, with my C-section, with my wound. My mom was there. If you guys aren't new here, excuse me, you already know that. You're aware of that. So to have this whole situation happen is like sad because we did have some form of a relationship. Period, point blank. I'm not going to diminish that or act as though that wasn't there, right? That there wasn't a relationship. Thank you guys so much because it definitely was. There was a relationship. We were very close. And you guys know that because she was in my vlog. She was in my YouTube videos. Period, point blank. I trusted her and loved her so much to the point where I entrusted her with my brother, Aaron, right? I entrusted him to be at her home, that she was going to love and care for him. Especially sometimes God, whatever you choose to believe in, the universe gives us a second chance to be parents, right? And I believe that was her second chance. Her second chance was this time as Aaron is an adult, to be there for him, to love him, to support him. And sometimes not everybody can do that, right? I always say this, that people can only love you as far as they know love, right? So sometimes we can give people all of this love and we want the same in return. We want the reciprocation from it. And some people don't have the capacity to do so. And I didn't know that about my mom because the way that she showed me was like, this is her son. She's going to rock with him. She's going to be there and yada, yada, yada. And I believed it. Period, point blank. Why not? She had already failed us as children, and the foster care system, her being a drug addict, her coming in and out of our life, her stealing from my grandmother who raised us, like so much had already happened. Why not take this time to shine, right? Take this time to be the mom that you never were. And especially because you didn't raise us. Hello to everybody joining the live. And so that's what I wholeheartedly believe. But unfortunately, that wasn't the case, and I didn't know that. Like I said, I did not live there in that apartment with my mom and Gary and Aaron. I did not. So I didn't know the ins and outs of what was going on in there. I wish I did, but I didn't. And as you guys know, Aaron didn't talk all the time. My brother, some days he would talk, some days he wouldn't. Some days he would sing with me and dance with me and we would have a grand time. And some days Aaron would just look at me. He wouldn't communicate. And you guys know that if you've been here. If you're not new to my channel, then you know. But I want to say this because it's been on my heart and my mind all day. I know I'm kind of all over the place. I hope you guys can follow me. It's just so much I want to talk about. And this is why I think it's so important that I make a video every day and I break down like Risa Pisa did. Is that her name? I'm sorry, Risa, if that ain't your name. But how she broke down who the F did I marry and the 50 parts. I think I want to do that, breaking down how we ended up in foster care, how my grandma raised us to now, so people can truly understand me and my brother's story. So I'm thinking about how I'm going to put that all together. So anywho, I have to be very careful with what I'm about to say. First of all, let me say this before. Let me make a disclaimer. I love everybody. I love if you're black, white, Mexican, purple, yellow, zebra. I don't care. I never have, right? I am biracial. But do I walk around saying I'm biracial? No, I'd be like, I'm black, right? People can see and assume I am biracial, but I'm a black woman, right? But I also am aware I'm a biracial black woman. I have to be very careful with what I'm about to say because it can be switched around and took it. I don't want to say this and then it switched around. So let me be very clear. Sometimes when Caucasian women have children with black men, they do not understand what that comes with or what that may look like. If your upbringing was totally different, even I want to say for Hispanics too, but it's just different because we live in America, right? We live in America where black men and women are not safe, right? We know that. And if you don't know that, I'm here to tell you. In so many instances, right? Black women are the most unprotected person in the world. You can Google it, right? Even though we're the most educated and all of those other things. But I don't think sometimes when white women have children with black men, they don't understand that now you are going to have a black child, right? One of the lawyers, my brother's already had a couple lawyers before the lawyer he has now. I'm on the phone with the lawyer and the lawyer says, now, the lady Angela is his mom, right? She was like, is that his adopted mom or mom? Because he doesn't look biracial. He looks black. And so I'm like, no, we're both biracial. His mom is white. My mom is German, British, and Indian, right? If we want to break down what her white is, right? And the other half is black mixed with a couple other things, but he is biracial. But the Caucasian lawyer seen him as black, not biracial, right? So we have to be, as a society, as women, right? We have to take into account when we bring children into the world, what that's going to look like, especially if you're Caucasian, even myself, right? Being half and then mixing that with, I can mix it with white, with black, and my kids might look black and my baby might look white, they look different, right? Because I'm half and half. So it comes with trauma. Your child is not going to be treated. Let me give you an example. My baby, he has blonde hair and blue eyes, right? He's white passing. My other sons, I have a light-skinned son, Michael, and I have a brown-skinned son, Sonny. Their experience in life is going to be totally different, right? Society is going to treat my baby totally different than they're going to treat my other two sons because he's white passing. And some of you might be thinking, no, they're not. That's not the truth. And I'll tell you this, and I know it to be the truth, because my baby, any and everywhere we go, people stop me and say, oh my gosh, look at his eyes. He's so beautiful. He's white passing. He doesn't even look like you. He doesn't even look black. Oh my goodness. Like, he's so gorgeous. Look at his blonde curly hair. Oh, those eyes are like the amount of comments that I am telling you right now, and I'm not even trying to over exaggerate or be dramatic. I'm being very just straightforward with you. I can't go anywhere without somebody stopping me, telling me how adorable he is. And then look at me, probably 7 out of 10 tell me, oh my, are you the mom? Oh my gosh, I wouldn't even believe that he had a drop of black in him. Now, at one point in time, my 12-year-old and my 9-year-old were babies, right? They were handsome. They were so adorable. They were so cute. Not just because they were cute little boys. The amount of attention that my youngest baby gets and the attention that my other two sons, I mean, it is a drastic difference. I mean, drastic. Of course, people said they were cute. But the way that I can literally walk to the mailbox. If somebody's walking their dog and my baby's walking with me, they will say, oh my gosh, he's so cute. Look at his blue eyes. So I want to paint that picture because I want to paint that picture to make it very clear on not only how society is viewing my brother, but how Caucasian women, and I'm saying this out of love to all my Caucasian sisters out there, if you're on here, we have to take into account, right, that your son and your daughter are going to have a different experience than you are, right? No, I'm saying in public, strangers say this to my baby. Strangers, people we've never seen or known from a can of paint and a day in our life, right? So, okay. Biracial in general, yes. Happy birthday, Summer. So, we have to take into account what that's going to look like for your children. And I said what I said when the lawyer said, he looks just black. Is he biracial? Yeah, he is. His mom is Caucasian, right? So I want to say that because I don't think sometimes I personally don't think that my mom took an account that she was going to have biracial children. My mom is blonde hair and blue eyes. I don't think it really hit her she was going to have black sons and a black daughter. Yes, we're biracial, but to society and to white people, I love everybody, they are going to see you as black, right? So I'm trying to say this what my mom chose to do after she had us, after she left the relationship with our father, from there, she went down another road with white men, right? And the white men that she chose to deal with, if you get it, you get it, okay? Now, as I look back on my life, why wasn't she around? There's people that when me and my mom built our relationship, I would be around her and they would say, I didn't even know you had kids. I didn't even know you had a daughter. They would say, oh, we knew you had Michael. We knew you had my brother Michael, which if you guys know my brother Michael, he's white passing, right? So yeah, and vice versa. I'm biracial. My son is light skinned with blue eyes, and I get it all the time. But we have to take into account how the world is going to see your children, how the world is going to treat your children, how you get treated as the white mother, and how your children are going to be treated in society is going to be totally different. I don't care. I don't care. So when you choose to have children with a black man, you better be ready to fight for your child. You better be ready to stand up for your child. You better be ready to say, not mine. You have to. And you also have to put yourself in a position to teach your sons and your daughters that they're going to be treated, even though they're biracial. It doesn't matter. So saying that to say, now present with my mom and my brother, Aaron favors our father. My mom went through a lot of traumatic DV situations with Aaron. I'm going to tell you guys a triggering story, okay? So trigger warning, this is going to be DV, and if you get triggered by that, you might want to get off the live. I don't want to trigger anybody or bring anxiety or depression upon anybody. So my mom went through, here's a story time. My mom went through a lot with my deceased father, Keith, Aaron's father, Keith, right? the one that just passed away, you guys are well aware of. I went on, made videos about it, went on live. You guys know. Now, he's a lot older. My mom and him got together when she was 17. My mom got pregnant with me at 17, gave birth to me at 18. Then she got pregnant with my brother Michael right away because we're 3 Irish twins, right? We're all 6 months apart. Me, Aaron, and Michael, those are my brothers. Then she had Aaron. When she was pregnant with Aaron, my dad took her out to the country and he buried her alive at 8 months pregnant. True story. My grandma can verify it. So can the police report. Buried her alive. Well, first he put his hands on her, trigger warning. Then he dug her a grave in the dirt in the country, put her inside of it, and my mom laid there. She passed out at some point. She climbed out of the dirt. She was in the country. She went to the nearest house that was there. She banged on the door, told them what had happened. They called the police. They took my mom to the hospital. So my mom has a lot of trauma, right, with the pregnancy with Aaron, the abuse, all types of stuff, right? The man that she was with was almost 20 something, 30 something years older than her. She had no business being with this man. She was a child. She was young, right? So when she escaped this situation and my grandma was raising us, I'm telling you, my mom would disappear. Like there was times we forgot she was even our mom. She would be gone 5 years, 2 years, 3 years. She just wouldn't be there. My grandmother raised us. My mom's mom raised us. Donna, the lady in the wheelchair, my Caucasian grandmother. You guys have seen her in my videos, so you're well aware of who she is. If not, that's who she is. I believe the hatred that my birth mother, Angela, shares for my father is because of the trauma and abuse. And she never dated another black man again because of this. She was married to him. Let me give you guys that. They were married. And Aaron looks like him the most. And Aaron was born with the same mental health issues as our father Keith. He also has mental illness, right? So I personally believe that Aaron this is just the last month, this is me thinking about this, right? These are my personal thoughts. Thinking that Aaron is triggering to my mom. He looks just like him. He acts like him. He gets in his manic episodes. And he becomes triggering for her. So I'm not going to say that she doesn't love her son, right? Because I don't know that. Only she could say that. But her actions show that she doesn't, right? This entire situation has showed us that she doesn't. I've heard a lot of stories, you guys. I'm a birth justice advocate and I'm a certified doula. I've worked with a lot of battered women during their pregnancy and during their childbirth. And when you go through trauma while pregnant and you have these children and then you separate from the father, some women do have animosity towards their children, period, point blank. And it's not the child's fault. It's because the child triggers the trauma in the mother, right? The way they look, the way they act, their mannerisms, right? It can be very triggering. Is it right? No. Is it the child's fault? Absolutely not. But since this situation has happened, I've been trying to make sense of it all, okay? And this is how I'm making sense of it. This is my education and just my background. This is how I'm making sense of it, right? So yeah, we can do advice on breakups. So that's what I believe, right? I believe that wholeheartedly. I believe that Aaron triggers the trauma that my mom went through with her abuser because they are just alike, right? Does that make it okay? Does that make it right? Absolutely not. It doesn't make anything right. It's not acceptable. People need to go to therapy. When you go through DV, you need to go to therapy. People need to go to therapy. I'm an advocate for therapy. When you go through divorce, a breakup, go to therapy. It's life-changing. It's going to benefit you, right? And we're in the era of advocating for therapy, period, point blank. Go to therapy. Because if you go through trauma and you have children, and those children are a product of the trauma, sometimes your love will, hold on, y'all, hold on. So, it can be a result of the way you love or treat your children, right? Because they're constantly triggering the trauma and the pain that you suffered. So, all I'm saying is get therapy. And before you have biracial children, please take into account what comes with that. I'm going to answer all the questions and statements in just a minute. I'll take a brief pause from my story and I will do that for you guys. So that is what I'm saying. And I believe that has a big part to do with the relationship with my brother and my mom. So go to therapy, get help, love your children, get the help that you need to recover and heal, and the steps and the tools to take to do so. Also, let me finish the topic of fighting for your children when they're taken away from you. Now, I was a product of foster care. I am an ex-foster child. I've been in foster care. I also had a legal guardian, which was my grandmother. But I know what it feels like to not be raised by your biological parent. I also know what it feels like to see my mother not fight for her own children that she birthed out of her body. And it was very conflicting for me my entire childhood, not understanding how a mother couldn't get the help that she needed to get her children and raise them because these are her children. You know, we weren't my grandmother's responsibility. How come she didn't want to do right by her own children and be better? Now, I don't know your guys' situations, but this is what I am going to say. Fight for your children. Hear me out. Fight for your children. I don't care how long it takes. I don't care what you got to do. Your children will harbor malice in their heart. They will be so broken as adults if you do not fight for them. Then they will also have to heal from their childhood. Then if it's a girl and she becomes a woman and has children, she is going to be so conflicted when she has her first baby and she experiences that love for her child, right? And then the baby's sick, y'all, so he's a little fussy. She's trying to figure out, why didn't my mom fight for me when I love my child this much, right? So that is my advice. Fight for your children, okay? I'm saying that as an ex-foster child. I'm saying that as parents that were on drugs. I'm saying that for every child who has been taken out of the care, depending on the circumstances, of course. If there was, abuse, we get it. The children don't need to be there. But if it is simply because you need to get your life together and you're on drugs and you didn't go get clean and turn yourself into some rehab and take the steps, especially in California, you can get your children back. I don't know about other states, how that works, but in California, there is laws that protect parents to get their children back. So we're going to end that. That's my view on that. And I also believe wholeheartedly that, I'm not going to say that. It might be controversy. Yes. Hey, Sunday, fight for your kids. Fight for your kids. You shouldn't be out anywhere. You know what? I am going to say it. You shouldn't be making any more children. If you don't have your kids in your custody, you shouldn't be having more children. I'm going to say it because that's my opinion. That is my opinion. You don't have to agree with it. But my opinion is if your kids are taken for whatever reason, I don't care if you have to show that child that you brought into this world that I love you, it is unconditional, and I will fight for you no matter how long it takes, because that is your job. You signed up for that when you decided to open your legs and have a child, right? Because then what you're going to do is bring so much trauma into those children or that child's life that where now they're suffering so much as an adult because they don't know what unconditional love is. They don't know what it looks like when a mother fights for their child, and they're going to be broken. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I was in the foster care system. I've seen every situation you can think of. I've heard every horror story, sad story you can ever think of from other children, I'm in a young adults group with, young adults from the ages of 18 to 25 that are ex-foster children, and how hurt and conflicted they are with their parents not fighting and loving them unconditionally, fighting for them, right? Any mother, I don't care what the situation is. That's my personal opinion. It doesn't have to be right, nor do you have to agree with it. It's just an opinion, right? We live in America and we're all entitled to one. But I think that it's very horrific for the first heartbreak for your child to ever experience is from their parents. And that was mine. The first heartbreak that I ever experienced was from my own parents. They broke my heart because they didn't love me, they didn't get off drugs for me, and they had a problem, right? So we're going to leave that alone there because I already see some of the comments, and we ain't trying to go to war with nobody. I'm just stating my opinion from my own personal experience, right? Fight for your kids. Fight for them. So, moving along. That is my assumption on the situation and relationship that my brother and mom's relationship is like, their foundation is. Aaron can be very triggering for my mom. Now, I come to this conclusion over the last month since this horrific tragedy has happened. Now, I love your hair so much, and I have curly hair too. Oh, thank you. What's my name? My name is Key. Okay. Kind of hinting. Well, no, it's Keeping Up with the Kennedys, so it's not. It used to be Keep Us 3. Obviously, my mind has been racing through this whole situation. Why? Why wouldn't my mom fight for my brother? Why would she let these things go on? Why would she treat my brother the way the neighbors said she was treating him? Why would this happen? Why, right? It's very conflicting for me, even as a grown woman with my own children. If you've already failed your children, right? If you failed your children, as babies, Aaron was a newborn, y'all. When we went into foster care, my brother Aaron was a newborn. Michael was 1, I was 2 years old. Like I said, we're triplet little Irish twins, right? We're all 6 months apart, back to back. So why wouldn't you want to fight for him now? The conclusion is she's still suffering from addiction. All these years later, and she's still suffering from addiction. She has not did the work. She has not went to therapy. She had a moment when she was off drugs. I'm guessing it looked like it, right? But she went back to him, and Aaron was in the midst of it, right? Unfortunately, it's sad, it sucks, but we're here now. But I feel in my heart that is the reasoning, and that is why. Did she say this out of her mouth? No, it's all speculation. It's all me observing our childhood, me observing their current situation, me observing the text messages that she sends now, y'all. I'm just like blown away at the things. Imagine suffering from addiction. I'm going to say this, and some people aren't going to agree. And that's okay, because this is the Keeping Up with the Kennedy show, right? That's the name of the channel. Imagine suffering from addiction. I think I've said this already, but I'm going to say it again. As a child, I was always told that addiction was a disease, right? I was always told that. Your parents have an addiction. It's a disease. It's a disease. They have to go get help, right? So as a kid, I'm like, oh my gosh, my parents have a disease, like a disease, like they can't get rid of it. Like I would think like cancer, right? Like you can go to chemo, you can take all this invasive treatments and still die, right? So I'm like, oh my gosh, like my parents have this life-threatening disease, which is being an addict, right? Well, as you become an adult, you become more self-aware and aware of certain things. And you become aware that there's options to becoming clean. There's not an option for a cancer patient to say, I'm done with cancer. It's not my body. I'm all healed. No, it's not. The treatment has to work. The treatment has to be successful. It's not playing with my hair. This is called finger curling. This is a pattern. This is a curly hairstyle, my love. I'm going to give you a little education. This isn't playing. It might look like it, but my fingers are going to work. It's called finger curling. Let me educate you. Before you comment, maybe ask, hey, what are you doing to your hair? And I can educate you. So, anywho, I made in my head when I became a teenager, I was like, addiction is not a disease. A lot of diseases, you can't get rid of herpes. You can't get rid of cancer. You can't get rid of all of these things. You can go to rehab. You can go to inpatient treatment. You can go get help. And people get cured. I don't even like to use that word because I believe getting high is a choice. Do you have to agree with my feeling? Absolutely not. My feeling and opinion is you choose to get high. Nobody is forcing you to get high. Yes, do you become addicted to it, to the feeling? Absolutely. That's why it's called addiction, right? Because you get addicted to it. Okay? Anybody can put that together. But there is a choice and an option to get help and to be free and clean from it. You cannot be free and clear from cancer unless the treatment is successful, unless the surgery is successful. Right. But guess what? Anybody is capable of getting off of drugs. That's my personal opinion. Do you have to agree with it? Do you have to like it? No. But that's how I feel about it. You can choose to get the help. You can go on methadone. You can do all of these options and actually get the help that you need to get off of drugs. People choose. People choose, or they've already given up on life, right? Now, if you have mental illness combined with drug addiction, it's a lot harder. It's a lot harder. So I will give you that. Absolutely. If you are suffering from some type of mental illness and you have a drug addiction, it is going to be 10 times harder to get off of that substance, right? So I will give you, can you give me the charger of this? It's going to die. My light. So I will give you that, right? Absolutely. But that is just, my light's going out, y'all. That is just my personal opinion. It's not to bash any recovering addicts. Shout out to you if you're a recovering addict. That is amazing. So proud of you. I'm glad that you made a choice to get sober. I'm glad that you chose to get the help that you needed. Because a lot of people don't. Because it is, I'm not saying it's easy. Please don't get it wrong. Please don't twist my words. I'm not saying getting clean is easy. Because then we wouldn't have any people out here addicted to drugs. But you can do it. It is possible. People are out here doing it every day. Okay, we're almost halfway done, y'all. I only have this much to go of my hair. All of this is finger coiled. Okay. So let's take a pause from the story. After this, I will talk about the thumbnail. It's my birthday. Happy birthday. You are so awesome. Thank you. speak on wherever. What's a drug to you? Methamphetamines, right? I believe that is a drug. You don't have to agree with that either. We're going to turn off the light and let it charge, but I don't like that because it makes me not be shining bright like a diamond. I don't believe anything that grows from the ground is a drug. Again, personal opinion, but anything that is man-made, made, or on a stove that takes you out of your element, then no, that one's too big. I believe that it is a drug. Okay, so we're going to answer the questions and we go back to the top. And if you have a question, drop it now. We're going to take a little break and I can answer it. Just extremely confused on how she so quickly turned into the enemy. Right, me too. And she wasn't the enemy. Here's the thing, Life of Nancy Love. She's not the enemy in my eyes. I don't think she's the enemy. I think she's lying, right? I don't think that she's telling the truth. I think that she's not saying exactly what happened in that house. Now, only 3 people know what happened in that house, right? Aaron and Gary. Gary can't speak. He's gone. So only Aaron and my mom can. Aaron is in a manic episode. He won't talk to anybody. He barely will eat. So he is not talking. So the only person that was there and witnessed whatever happened was my mom. So she's not the enemy. We can just see through the lies. We know that she's lying. Everybody that was here with me that night and the next 24 hours after that has said my mom's behavior was very weird. How do you go back to the scene of the crime that quickly and clean it up? It doesn't make sense, nor does it add up. So we're not saying she's the enemy. Can I draw you? I love your hair so much. Thank you. Life of Nancy, I had to say it because that's what came to mind. I can't have kids, but I know someone who was abandoned and it don't feel good. Exactly, 100%. I'm raising 3 of my nephews, and sadly, their parents didn't fight, but I will fight to the death of me and for my nephews. You get it, period. I'm glad that they have somebody to fight for them. Michelle said, I grew up in the hood and was the only white kid in the neighborhood. Luckily, this gave me a realistic perspective on race before I had my children. I could never be racist against my own kids, period. Somebody said, you hear that, Olivia? You're right. Say it again, sis. Facts. Tell it, girl. Y'all, I'm just reading the comments. I missed the notification. I seen a couple paragraphs. Life of Nancy said, I absolutely agree. I did 1.5 years of therapy after my son was born because I didn't want to project my trauma onto him, and I'm better mom for it, period, Nancy. I'm proud of you for doing that. Thank you. I just had a really, really bad day today because my boyfriend was texting another girl and saying she's just a friend, and I asked him to stop, and he took her side. He's gaslighting you, baby. Get away from him. I hate to say it, but I'm here to tell you the truth. He's gaslighting you. Get away. Any man once is confronted with a situation like that and cannot stand in front of you and tell the truth, he's gaslighting you, and he's only going to bring more trauma upon you. A man that can get caught and tell the truth, it's your decision at that point what you're going to do moving forward, right? Because texting somebody was already a lie and it was already sneaky. My kids have seen me stand up for them many times, and we openly discuss the reality of how society works in regards to race. I can't stand my ex-husband, but my kids have my whole heart. And it takes a lot to do that. You're always scrolling through the lives. That person doesn't deserve you, I'm sure. Yes. How could anyone blame a child for an adult's choices? That's just sad. It's true, but a lot of mothers are triggered from trauma they experienced with the father, especially if that child comes out looking like the father. Do you have any advice on really bad breakups? Find yourself again. Sometimes really bad breakups, Carmen. Sometimes in really bad breakups, we lose ourselves, right? Or we lose ourselves in a relationship, especially when we want the man to really love us and he is not loving us properly or being there for us the way that we need him to be, right? Or time, attention, and a love. you need to find yourself again. That's my best advice. Love yourself. Do what makes you happy. I seen this TikTok today and I thought it was so dope. It's called the no contact. And every milestone that the best friend didn't contact the ex, like they would buy a cake or a cupcake and they would blow it out and like basically support her saying, that's so good not to have no contact. Keep moving forward, in your life. Surround yourself with good people. I know it's hard in this day and age. Even if you find an internet family, go and find yourself and love yourself. Date yourself, especially if you've been hurt, lied, cheated on. You need to go within and heal because we can carry that trauma into our next relationship. So my best advice is don't date. I did that after my ex, my wife. I jumped into a relationship that when I wasn't ready and nor was I not healed, but I wanted that love and attention because that's all I knew from being in a marriage and a relationship for so long, right? I didn't want to be single. And in return, I ended up losing somebody that I loved very much because I wasn't ready for the level of commitment and love that he was giving me because I didn't heal from my previous situation. So, yeah. And don't tolerate it. Boundaries, we always think that boundaries are for the other person. Baby, boundaries are for you. Set your boundaries, stand on your boundaries. Don't allow nobody to play with you because 9 times out of 10, when a man sees that he can play with you and he can gaslight you over some text messages, sorry y'all, my light's trying to pull it together and I just messed with it. So we're getting a little strobe. Hey, a little strobe here. Giving y'all a little strobe action. We're going to turn it off and let it charge. Okay, so sorry about the lighting. Allow yourself time to heal for sure because you will carry that. When people say, oh, you brought baggage to the relationship, that definitely can be baggage, right? So, and there is good men out there. There's good people out there. Sometimes you have to heal to attract what you really want, So that's my advice, baby. How could anyone blame a child? Let's see. Do you have any advice? We did that one. Bro, why say that you make her uncomfortable when you say that bro keeps slaying? And she used the daughter. Okay, like gold. Okay, I understand this totally. My mom used to treat my son bad because he looked like my dad's father, and she never liked him at all. Yep. My mom, I didn't ever notice this, but I'm telling you, the last month, since this month and a half, since this situation happened, I've been reevaluating so many things, you guys, and just realizing like the love and attention that my mom gives my youngest baby, the blonde hair, blue eyed one, is definitely nowhere near the same love and attention she gave or she gives my current children, y'all. Not even close. So, okay. I get that totally. Oh man, so sad. Okay, so to make sure I only see the problem in the U.S. Come to London and you will see a difference. You know what? I believe in other countries and other places. You guys know the singer, make me sweat it, whatever, make me hotter, or whatever. And she does that little boom boom dance. I don't know the girl's name, right? Well, in America, we call her black. Like when you see her, you're like, oh, she's black. And she's like, no, I'm colored. She's from South Africa. And it's so crazy. Only in America do we put everybody in a box. She's like, no, don't call me that. I'm colored. And that's different in South Africa, right? So, I hear what you're saying about the London thing. Amazing curls. Okay, boom. Let's go down here now. Aside from here, do you speak anywhere else? Yes, TikTok. I still don't have the block option. You know what? Well, they Sunday, they changed the live stuff and it's not even letting me tap your name. I'm going to have to try to do it from my laptop. Okay. Do you still go to school? I'm Stanley Jackson. No. So I meant she sees you as an enemy, but I agree she's hiding something. Yes, she does see me as the enemy. And the reason why she sees me as the enemy, Nancy, is because I see that she's lying. That's why I'm the enemy, because I'm not letting it go. I'm not like, I could go to my mom's house right now and be like, I love you, mom. It's good, whatever. Like, let's just put it in the past. Let's just leave it behind us. Like, and my mom would accept it. My mom wants me to let it go. My mom, I can see through the BS, and my mom can't stand it. That I am the only one that's like loud about you're not telling the truth, right? You're black? No, I'm zebra. Girl, I love those curls. Thank you. My little sister is in the hospital. I'm so sorry. Everybody needs someone like you in their life. Oh, thank you, love. I appreciate that. Shout out to my mods for deleting the comments. Love y'all right now. Y'all are on it. I healed after my last relationship. Now I'm comfortable being single. And you know what? I think that is for me too, Nancy. Like, I'm so comfortable being by myself. Girl, I'm 40 years old and I've been single and celibate for 7 years, and my ex-man broke me in every way possible. I love me now, and I'm my own best friend. Yes, Bella. Period. Yes to you. Okay, that's good to hear. Gonna stop coming in here being disrespectful, right? And y'all are getting it so quick. Do you have the option at the bottom that says hide? I have that option. Who do you want me to hide? Yes, that's her name. She's so beautiful, right? Yes, I think Sunday. That's how you block now. Oh, okay, cool. Thank you. Okay, y'all figured it out. Shout out to y'all. Because I'm like, it's not, you're already a mod. Usually it'll let me make you make like a lead mod, but they updated YouTube, y'all, since the last time I was on here. And because they did that, I have to figure it out. So excuse me. And not knowing. I'm glad y'all figured it out. Okay, so we talked a lot. We're at an hour, so thank y'all. Hit a like. What do you think of, who's that? I don't know who that is. DHAR's man. I don't know who is that. Okay. So we touched on a lot of things, you guys. Hit a like real quick. If you're in here and you haven't hit a like, please hit a like. It's a greatly appreciated. Now I want to talk about the thumbnail. So we talked about, I jumped everywhere, y'all, but I guess I just needed to express that stuff. Thank y'all for letting me vent and just be here with me, because I was jumping from everywhere and everywhere. But we touched on a lot of different topics, and I told a little story. I think I've already told that story before, but if I hadn't, you guys know now. But yeah, last night my mom texted, and the first text was, hey, I'm back employed. I want to buy my grandkids some clothes. What size shoes are they in? And clothes. Ignored it. She was like, can I bring clothes and shoes and toys for the kids to my mom's, which is my grandma, which I'm her care provider. As you guys know, I take care of her. My grandma, my mom's mom. Okay, here we go. We're back because it was real dark in here and I wasn't feeling it. So, my hair started drying, y'all, so I can't, as you can see, these ones weren't curling. So I have to finish this when I get off. So, I be having y'all all close and personal, okay? All close and personal. You know, somebody said I got ADHD, y'all, so I be talking and then I switch to another subject. All right, let me see if it got enough charge to do it without the, okay. 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 Thank y'all. Y'all are on it because I don't see the like button. You don't see the like button. Okay. Oh, it's when you first come in. So you just exit out, like it, and then come back in. Okay. So she said about the clothes. I didn't answer it. Then she started saying, can you speak on your colors comment? Yes. Hold on. It's so funny because, okay, look it. Let me finish. Let's pause, y'all. So I made it's so crazy that when you are mixed, there's another side to it. Even though I'm half black, I'm half black, right? You can tell by my children. I am limited on certain things that I can say because somebody that is full black will take it as I'm looked at as like, ooh, that isn't appropriate for you to say. So I made a comment on my last live, and I don't care about dressing anything because, again, this channel is called Keeping Up with the Kennedys, right? And I'm not here to offend anybody, but I'm here to share my story, right? That's what my channel is for. Somebody didn't like the comment that I said, I'm not even black enough to smoke Newports. And one person got really offended by it. Here's the thing. You don't come from where I come from, right? You don't. So you don't know our lingo. You don't know how we talk. You don't know how I converse with other people in my family. One thing just like I said when I started this live, when people say, what are you? I'm black. Do I know I'm biracial? Absolutely. But the world sees me as a black woman, right? The world does not see me as biracial, especially white people. They see me as a black woman. So if you're asking, did I mean something by that, girl? No. Come on now. I just wouldn't smoke. I don't care if I was Indian. I would still have said that, right? I would still have said, I'm not black enough to smoke Newports. When my city, Fresno, California, where I come from, that is their type of cigarettes. My wife, Misha, she is black, who I was married for and still married to right now with dreads. She smokes Newports. Okay. And in my city and the people that I converse with, they'll say, you ain't even black enough to hit this Newport. And we all laugh about it. Because back in the day when I was younger and I used to drink in my early 20s and 18 and 19, when I would get drunk, I'd want a cigarette. And they'd be like, girl, you ain't even black enough to hit this Newport. And it's a running joke between my black family members, my black friends, and I am half black. So because I say something, now if I was white and I said that, then you definitely could have been like, well, that's not okay. But I'm half black. So you should know that, and my children are black. I'm not the other content creator that y'all love to get on. Olivia, y'all love to get on her. Don't bring that to my channel, okay? Because I am pro-black and I fight for everything black, period, point blank, and that's on everything I love. And if you're new to my channel, you can go see and find out, okay? But just because I say something that you can't relate to you or you think that is racist, stereotypical, or made you uncomfortable doesn't mean that it's in the context that you think that it is. Like I said, I can pull up to a certain side of my, city right now, which is the west side, and I can be like, let me hit your Newport. And they're going to be like, you ain't even black enough to hit this Newport, baby. And that's just what it is. So not that I even have to explain myself, but again, I'm only here for love, right? I don't understand why anybody would be offended by that, because at the end of the day, I am half black. So if people are telling me I'm not even black enough to hit the Newport and I'm not allowed to say that to my people on my platform is wild. Like, I'm literally fighting for my black brother. I'm an activist in my city. Like, it's just like, I guess you have to know the content creator you're watching, because yes, some content creators on here, they be saying some questionable things when they're biracial. I am not, pure point blank. Just like I think you just got on the live too, honestly, because I just broke down how white women, when they have biracial children, how they understand that their children are not going to be treated nor perceived in the same way as them, right? So I am pro-black over here. I love blackness. I love my blackness because I had children, obviously, by black men. So my children could be, nothing over here. You ain't never seen me cut my black daughter's hair because I couldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, and that's shade, but no shade. I love who I am and I celebrate both parts of me, but I am not conflicted with who I am. Nor am I confused. But to break that down to you, I will reiterate it for you. And where I live in Fresno, California, my nephews, I don't care who it is, when I pull up on my people, they will say, you ain't even black enough to hit this Newport. And so I naturally will say, I ain't even black enough to smoke a Newport, because somebody came on my life and said, you look like you smoke cigarettes. and they were trying to be funny, right? So what I did, somebody in the comments said, you look like you smoke cigarettes. And I know what they're trying to do. Olivia smokes cigarettes. I don't smoke cigarettes, or she used to smoke cigarettes. I don't know. But they were trying to be funny coming into my live saying that, right? And I had to say, you know what I mean? Like, I hit them back with a little, I ain't even black enough to smoke Newports. And they said some racist thing as well. I don't know. I can't remember the comment in its entirety, okay? Verbatim. I don't know what they said, but it was something of that nature. And I, clapped back at them. But yes, I hope that I clarified it and addressed it for you. I will never, ever, I personally, in my opinion, Black women and men are the most beautiful thing walking this earth. And I would never try to say anything to, assassinate or assault my Black community, period, point blank. And that's on Just Mary Had a Little Lamb. So I'm sorry that you took that out of context or you didn't understand where that came from. But I hope that explains it now. You actually don't look like you smoke cigarettes. You look like you smoke. That's funny. Now, back in the day, I did, but Jesus Christ delivered me from that. So you are right, okay? And I love, I wouldn't want to be half of anything else in this world. I am proud to be biracial and half Black. Okay, so I hope that I didn't explain that nasty. I'm myself. I'm not going to get on this camera and pretend to be a character because I'm not a character and I'm not a paid actor. I'm me, I'm Key. So I want to get that straight because I know that there's other creators that, but I'm not her and I'm not them and I'm not the one. I'm her, capital H. No, just kidding. But yeah, sis, that's what it is. That's not even how I move. I like me some chocolate. So, and it's just like when you don't, every city's different, right? I'm pretty sure in LA it's different. They got their lingo, they got their slang. Everybody got their own vibe, their own things that they say. And I'll always be myself. That's just, this isn't a movie. This is me coming on the internet sharing my real life. This isn't a script. So if people come on my live, thank y'all. If people come on my live and say something slick, I might say something slick back. But it's never, hey boo, thank you for joining the family. So please don't take it personal as well, especially if it's not directed to you, and one thing about me, if you want me to clarify something, I sure will. I have no problem, right? Because I know my intent and I also know my heart. So I don't know if you're still here, but I hope that, brings clarity to the situation. Thank you. I'm really tired of my hair. I really want to straighten it because I'm missing my long hair, but it damages it, and I don't want to go through all that. So I'm gonna come live again in the morning so y'all can see. So y'all see my hair right now. You see this side is more dry, so it's already shrinking up. This side is more wet. When I pull them all apart, maybe this one is dry enough for me to do, because some people are probably like, why do you do that? Your hair is already curly. So this is what it does. It's it's like a natural curling iron, right? It's probably still wet, but when you pull it apart, yeah, it's still too wet. It's going to make multiple curls. It's still wet, and they'll be real defined, really pretty, and it'll make my hair real big. But that's an example when you take them apart. Okay. I just braid mine. I don't have to deal with it. It's beautiful, pretty eyes. Stay strong. No. Can you hear me? I can't hear you, but I can see you, love. In the comments, I wish I could hear you. YouTube needs to update that, for real. Gorgeous. Thank y'all. Because I be feeling ugly. I put on a lot of weight, and I'm working on it, but I be feeling like, sis, pull it together. Mommy, yeah? You want to come say hi to YouTube? Do you want to come say hi? You want me to fix this? Oh, he thinks my blow dryer thing is the remote. You think this is the remote?
Okay.
No, it's not the remote, baby. You're so beautiful. I'm mixed and my hair is damaged. Girl, been there, done that. Get you a deep conditioner, okay? I'm gonna tell you right now. Get you some coconut oil. So I do the lock method, right? Leave-in conditioner, coconut oil, and curling cream. Can you get my leave-in conditioner and my curling cream? So I already put my leave-in conditioner in, right? And I did my curls. Now, this is my coconut oil, y'all. I put this over all my kids' hair. We use it as lotion. It's a good deep conditioner and a good detangler. People always ask me, what you do with your hair? How is your hair so healthy? This is, you can drench, if your hair is curly and it's damaged, you can drench your hair in this, put it in a bag, any kind of bag, a hair cap, whatever, in a bonnet, leave it overnight, and then rinse it out. Ooh, it's gonna help bring your hair back. Okay, hold on. My baby likes to put the coconut oil on his fire truck, okay? So I just put it in my hands. It immediately oils, turns into oil. And I just literally go like this. Like literally just, and it's oiling your hair. It's sealing it. I don't mess with it. I just literally go like this. That's it. And I'm telling y'all gonna see it in the morning. He literally dumps the fire truck in there. Okay, y'all go over there real quick, okay? Coconut oil is the best. I'm telling you, it's life. So that's what I do. Anywho, oh, here's this is my leave-in conditioner that I use, y'all. And this is the curling smoothie. And I also use the shampoo and conditioner. This is life. It's vegan. It's so good. 10 out of 10. Do recommend. I am coming out with my own leave-in conditioner this year. I'm in the mix of working on it, y'all. So that's going to be really dope for me, coming out with my own leave-in conditioner for curly hair. Maybe I'll come out with the oil. We'll see, but definitely working on the leave-in conditioner. And that's going to be with my other channel, just Kennedy Key. Anyways, y'all gonna see. Just wait on it. Okay, I use that for my hair as well. Totally worth it. Yes, I have white parents and they don't know anything about my hair, so I need some tips. Okay. Name for car edit. Okay, so my new channel, it's all going to be about my hair, my skin, my body oils, how, what I use in the shower, when, how many times I wash my hair. It's going to be like how to bring your hair back when it's damaged. It's going to just focus on me. This is going to be my family channel. Shout out. So yeah. You definitely gonna have to go subscribe over there because that's what all the videos are gonna be about. Okay, so let's get back to, okay, can't wait. Thank you, boo. So let's get back to the thumbnail because I know we had to address that. And I hope, I don't know if you're still in here, sis, but I hope that explains it. Once again, that's just my truth. And that's just what it looks like for me. But I would never try to say any racial slurs or anything like that. That's not even me. I'm not even built that way. I love everybody, okay? So back to it at hand real quick. The thumbnail. I know. We keep getting off topic. Okay, so Mariah, we have a thing over here on this channel. So you got a buzz cut today? Okay, I'm with it. But if you like it, I love it. So I have a thing that I've always raised my children in. All hair is good hair. So being biracial, I was always segregated with that from my white side and my black side, where they say, ooh, you got good hair. You got that. Ooh, look at you. You lucky you got this hair texture. My black family, black side would say, ooh, you lucky you ain't got that nappy hair. And my white side would say, ooh, I'm so happy you got this kind of hair and not that nappy hair. So I formed in my mind that when I had children, that I was going to raise them and teach them that all hair textures are good. There is no such thing as bad hair texture. It's an illusion, it's false, and that's not the narrative that I ever want to give my children or anybody. All hair is good. Every texture of hair can do things that other texture of hair can't. Like, I can't hold braids. Like, my daughter, she has braids in her hair right now, and they should be able to last a couple months. But because of her hair texture, they got to come down on Sunday. So a different hair texture would be able to keep them in a lot longer because they wouldn't get so frizzy so fast. So for me, I look at it as like every hair texture is good, and it's all capable to do different things and hold different styles, and it is all beautiful. And I believe it's important that we break that narrative within the Black community, the biracial community, and not feed our biracial children, oh, you got good hair. Ooh, thank God you got good hair. Because then it gives them the narrative that they are better. And that's not the case, right? And that goes back to what we talked about earlier, is that when you are Caucasian, and all love, and you have biracial children, that is not a good thing to say to your biracial children. Oh, you have good hair. Oh, I'm so glad you got this kind of hair. Because if you had that other kind of hair, I don't know what I would do. It's not good to feed that to your children, because you can build an ego in them that makes them think that they are better. And you see it played out. You see it play out when they're adults. So then when those children become adults, and there's a couple people on the internet that I see, and because they're biracial, they think that they are better than others, based off of their eye color, their hair, whatever. So that's just no, you don't have to say sorry, love. It's just something over here. I like to say all hair textures are good and perfect. Just like all skin complexions are good and perfect, all body sizes are good and perfect. We never want to body shame somebody or shame somebody about their hair or skin's complexion. My baby, like y'all know, he's real pale with blue eyes and blonde hair. And I'm never, ever, or I don't even allow people to say certain things to him. I will stop them mid-sentence, because I don't want him to have a complex that he is above any of his siblings. Yes, he's adorable, but all of my kids are adorable. So I never want my other children to have a complex for them to think, oh, because they don't have colored eyes or they don't have his hair texture, that they're not as cute as him because of all the attention. So we just want to be intentional on what we pour into our children. I think that's very important, or nieces, nephews, little cousins. I don't care who the child is, because I think we don't understand what you experience as a child is who you become as an adult, right? It's who you become. So if people are constantly saying certain things to you, then you build that within your character, and then you act it out as an adult. And people are like, ooh, why she act like that? Or why he act like that? It's because they were fed that. So what we feed our children is important. Again, we keep getting off. No, nobody has to say sorry. Tell it, girl. So beautiful. And teach your babies that. And you know what? I've taught my babies that since they were 2, 1, 3, and 4. Like, my kids are so loving, and they will stop other kids and say, no, all hair is good. And they'll break it down, because all hair is good. God didn't create anything that was bad or not good, okay? So back to the thumbnail. Okay, that was a little lesson from Key, a little pocket of goodness, okay? That's what I'm saying. There's positivity over here. Dang, I finally caught a live and I've missed it. Oh, I'm sorry, love. Oh, y'all coming in. It's okay, y'all. I'ma play. Thank you. I really needed that. Of course, love. I live in a super racist white town, and I get bullied for being colored and being adopted. Oh, you need to be my friend, baby girl. Please go ahead and inbox me on Instagram so I could be your big sister. I'm adopting you as my little sister. Period. Okay? So, period, all hair is good hair. You know what? Y'all, I'm about to make me a shirt that says all hair is good hair, and I hope y'all buy it. Period. So, and with little girls and little boys need to hear that. Period. Like, when I put my sons, they have, like 3B, my textured hair, right? And they really wanted dreads. And people would be like, girl, don't put dreads in their hair. Their hair is too good. And I'm like, Don't show my son that. His hair is just like everybody else. All hair is good. I'm like, he can get dreads. And it's like they had this narrative too, like, oh, you know, we have this certain kind of curly hair. We can't get dreads. I'm like, no, you can get dreads. We don't, because we're building that in their minds, and then they act it out. You look pretty no matter what. No one says, oh, thank you. I would definitely buy it. I really missed you. I have 5 biracial children. You don't have Insta? Okay, well, boom. What you got? You got TikTok. Okay, we gonna be best friends on here then. We gonna figure it out. Do you know who Andrew Tate is? Of course I know who Andrew Tate is. Y'all. Okay, so back to the thumbnail. I personally hated my texture and desired a wavy straight treatment type. Me too. I did too. I always wanted straight hair when I was younger, y'all. If I show you pictures of when I was younger, which I will on my other channel, that channel is just gonna be Kennedy Key. It's going to be all about me, hair, skin, weight loss journey. It's going to be a dope channel. This is going to be my family channel, my whole entire family channel. But that channel is going to be centered around me and my personal stuff, right? My hair, my skin, my weight loss journey, what I eat in a day, you know, how it was growing up by rate, all that. It's going to be a dope channel. So if anybody says something to you and trying to be rude, just remember you're pretty. Yes, and God made you. God doesn't make no mistakes, and you are beautiful. You are wonderfully made. God took his time on you. And some people are ignorant and they're stuck back in the old days. And a lot of times hatred comes from jealousy, baby. So sometimes when you don't look like everybody else, you know, in the city that you're from, if it is more of, you know, a different Caucasian city, not saying that all Caucasians are like this. We're just being transparent. I don't want nobody to get offended, you know, because I'm saying this, you know, it could be rough, okay? I was born into a family that me and my brothers and my Uncle Jeremy are the only people that aren't white. So on my grandmother's side, right, everybody is Caucasian. So they kept the bloodline, right? Nobody stepped out. And so my grandmother stepped out and had a son that is half Creole. He's biracial. He's Creole and white. And then her daughter, my mom, stepped out and had 3 biracial children. So our whole entire life, y'all, every family function, every situation, we were the only colored people. Everybody was white, green eyes, blue eyes, blonde hair. So, you know, I get it. And you just got to shine bright. And it's so crazy because my great-grandfather, he's 98 years old, and he was born and raised in a different time, right? 98, he was raised way, way back then. And I'm his favorite great-granddaughter. I'm his favorite granddaughter, period. He loves me. I went and seen him today. He is Caucasian. He's my grandma's dad, my great-grandfather. And we are like this. I vlogged him today, so y'all will see that in the vlog today when Aaron went to court. So just keep loving, keep shining, okay? I know it's hard. If you need somebody to talk to, I'm here. Yeah, girl, I already said it. If my hair starts falling out, you know, because my white side, they got them peaks and, you know, they got thin hair. So it might happen to me too. I'm going to buzz it off and wear me a wig and call it a day, okay? It's okay. It's okay. No, and you know what? I'm in this phase right now too where I'm just over my hair. I want something different. You know, sorry, y'all. My kids are in the background. I want something different. So I'm in this phase of like, I don't know. I'm going to do a drastic color change. I have an appointment coming up and y'all will see that. I just want something new. I just want something new. I want a different cut and different color. I think I'm just at that point in my life where I need newness with everything going on as well. Okay. You have a beautiful soul. I can see it. Thank you. Okay. My only mixed kid in my family, I struggled with a lot in my younger years. I have straight hair and I will always dream of curly hair. I love it. You know what? People always say that too when I was growing up. Oh, we want your hair. My hair is a lot. You know how much these products cost? $13. Okay, curly hair is expensive. Back to the thumbnail. Okay, so we had a little lesson, little recap from Key today. All hair is beautiful. There's no such thing as bad hair. That is an illusion that they have taught us, okay? So we're going to get us a shirt and drop that. All hair is good hair, okay? So back to the thumbnail. So my mom says last night, what are the kids' sizes? She's texting me. I want to buy them clothes and toys. Can I bring them to my mom's house, which is my grandmother's house? I don't reply. Then she starts to say, oh, even the detective and I agree that you and Aaron have a weird relationship and it's weird. I'm like, that's when I started the live with you guys. And I'm like, no, the thing is, I didn't text her back because, like I said, the lawyers have advised me not to have any communication with her. So I will not do so. One second, my love. So I had to dissect that. And what it is because she's never had a relationship with her children, nor a healthy one, or unconditional love, experience unconditional love for herself. And so it's hard for her to understand the unconditional love that I have for my brother, right? Not forcing religion. No, we don't force no religion over here. Whatever religion you believe in, we're not converting people. That's okay. We love all people. You have the right to believe in what you want to believe in, and we support it, either way. So I had to dissect that because it bothered me. It was like, it kind of just struck my spirit. Like, what would make you say that? And I had to dissect that a little bit. Right. So that threw me off, and she brought the detective in it. And I'm just like, girl, we know that the detective hasn't even talked to you. You just talking. You just saying things out your butt, right? So this morning I get up, I start recording, go about my day. I had a rough start this morning with the rental car, and I went to court for my brother Aaron. I vlogged it. Y'all will get the vlog tomorrow. I promise. I know I keep saying I'm going to give y'all the vlogs. I am. Trust me. I've set aside tomorrow to be a designated day for me to drop vlogs. There's 90 people in here. I am going to drop vlogs tomorrow. I need at least you 90 to watch them, okay? Period. Every time my video, this is what I'm going to do. Every time my video hits 1K, I'm going to keep dropping them. Every time it hits 1K, I want more views than that. That's great. Whatever I get, I'm grateful for. But every time it hits 1K, I'm going to just keep dropping them. I have about 13 videos backed up, right? So, anywho, so I go about my day. Yes.
Can I get a pizza?
Sure, baby.
Can I make one? Please, I can't.
Sure. That's my oldest son. He's like, can I make a pizza? Anywho, because I'm going to keep my ADHD, I'm going to keep getting distracted. So I go about my day. Well, my grandmother wants to go see my great-grandfather in the rehabilitation facility. My grandfather has dementia. I just told you guys he's 98. So we go there, we visit grandpa. The visit was great. It was so sweet. We leave, and as I'm loading up my grandma's wheelchair into the rental, I get a text from my mom. And it's the thumbnail you guys see on the screen. It's her with the money, and it's saying, Stacks, not miserable. And I'm like, what? I'm gonna keep it real with y'all, because that's what I do. I just started rolling. Y'all, I was rolling. I was like, I said, Grandma, you gotta see this. She was like, what? She was like, I said, look at this picture. She's like, who is that? Grandma's a little old. I said, that's your daughter and her friend. She said, does that say Stacks and not miserable? I said, yes, Grandma. We both started just laughing, because what I will continue to say, and what I've always said, y'all, the way my mom is acting is not normal. It's not, y'all. It is not normal. I need y'all to talk back with me right now. If y'all witness, right? And I know that, okay, before I say this, I know that everybody grieves differently. We all grieve differently. We all process death differently. I get that. I understand that. Yeah, y'all are cutting up in the comments. I need the mods to go ahead. Hold on. For some reason, I gotta know why it's not letting me block them, because usually I have the option in doing that. So I gotta figure that out. Of her recently, yes, the picture with the money, she sent me that today at 1 something. On my community tab, I posted it. It says today, and it says the time. That was today. What? I don't understand. Allegedly, you witnessed this horrific situation of your boyfriend for 14 years. And this alleged horrific crime in front of your eyes. And she got her nails did, she got her makeup on, and she got a stack of hundreds with her and her friend. And she texts me and it says literally, "Stacks not miserable." What? The math ain't mathing. It's not adding up, y'all. Like, what? Yeah. It just don't make sense. You know what I mean? And if you've been here and you've watched the lives and you've followed this situation, it does not add up, you guys. It don't. It don't. Yes, put hide user. We don't need them on the channel. Thank you. Something's not right. And I'm not saying that she should be broken, curled up in the bed, and her life should stop. But her actions, her words, if I could show you the thread, since the day I went live in her apartments and the neighbor came and told us, what had been really going on, from that day till now, if I could just post all those text messages right here, y'all would be shooketh. Y'all would be like, ain't no way she's talking like that. I'm telling you guys right now, you would be like, no way. I'm serious, you guys. And so when people are like, what's going on? And, why don't you feel that way about your mom? Like, what's the situation? It's like, y'all are not reading the text messages. You know what I mean? Like, she's texting them to me. So I'm seeing them. I'm aware of what's going on, and how she's talking. And 1 minute it's okay. And she's like, I miss my grandkids. And then the next minute she's talking to me as if I'm the devil. And I'm like, what? And like my grandma had said today, the lights not acting right, y'all. My grandma said today, she said if she was so hurt behind her boyfriend of 14 years, then why isn't she showing up to court dates to, fight for him, to make sure he gets justice? The math ain't mathing. She's texting me off the wall stuff like, I'm moving to New York. The detectives offered me a new life in New York, and I'm going to work at a mental hospital there, and nobody knows, and you should get Aaron sent to that mental hospital. I'm like, I promise y'all, I ain't making it up. I got the text messages in my phone. She lived a crazy life, so she probably isn't as affected by those type of situations. And I hear you on that, right? And I've tried to process that too. But I seen the scene, right? We went to the apartment the next day. I was on live. I have the whole scene recorded in my phone of everything that was left after the detectives left. Nobody cleaned anything up. She's lived a crazy life, and I agree. But this is the first, she's been with Gary. She was with Gary for a long time, y'all. My son is 12 years old. She was with Gary before my son was born. 14 years. And this is her son we're talking about. This isn't a man off the street. This is her child, and this is her lover. Her actions, her behavior, her mannerisms, the way she's texting me, the theatrics that she puts on when I went over there with my brother and I was standing outside, and before I was there, before she seen me and she recognized that I was there, she was cool aru. She was talking to Michael like nothing. I promise you, it was like a switch, like, ooh, lights, camera, action. As soon as she seen me in the cuts in the driveway, under the covered parking, she came all the way out and she seen me. It was like, ah! It was just like, she turned it on instantly. Something isn't right. I'm telling y'all, I believe it in my gut. I believe it in my heart. Something isn't right. The math ain't mathing. The way she's acting, it's just not. Then she's texting me saying, oh yeah, I'm keeping all them text messages. All them I will hand them all over to the lawyer. I will. I'm going to fight for my brother. I don't care how long. I don't care what. Yes, Liz, you can be a mod, but the thing is, hold on, let me wipe it off. Is that I don't know because I got the coconut oil. Usually I can just tap it and make you a mod. And for some reason, that ain't an option. I can't explain it. I don't know what's going on. So I'll figure it out, Nancy. Not Nancy. Is that Lizzie? I will make you a mod next time. I promise. They did an update, y'all, on this, and I can't just tap you and make you a mod, but I will make you a mod next time. Promise. I'm gonna come back live tomorrow. I figure. What do you guys? So all I'm saying is she sent me that picture with the money and her makeup and her nails, and she's like, "Stacks not miserable," and I'm like, "You're behaving as a child." And you're a 50-something-year-old woman with 4 children and with about, I don't know, 10 grandchildren. And your son is facing murder charges for a situation that you're allegedly, and I think you're lying about. What? I didn't even want to celebrate Valentine's Day, y'all. I just wanted to lay here. Like, it was so much. And Misha's like, no, I'm going to take you to dinner. And she took me to dinner. I didn't put no makeup on, no lashes. I didn't do none of that. I just went to dinner, put me on a cute boots and a cute dress. We went to dinner and I came home. Like, I am still processing this situation. Like, this is not something that I'm going to get over in a month. I've been to 5 court dates since the situation occurred, which was on January 12th. And we're on February 23rd right now. It's still hurting. I have days, y'all. If I pay the thing, do you get all of it? What? No, I think she's talking about, thank you, Jessica. I think she's talking about if she joins the membership, because the membership is $3.99. Sorry, I don't know. I think that's what she's talking about. But, yeah, so the math, she's hiding something. The way that she is acting is this, there's something I want to say, but I can't say it. But once this is all over, I will be able to say it. But there's certain things that I cannot say to you guys. There's certain things I can't talk about because this is the court case. This is a real life situation, right? It's fishy. It's very fishy. Sorry, I just joined. What are we talking about, Jessica? We're talking about the thumbnail. My mom sent me that text message today. A picture with her and $100 bills. It's on my community tab, her and her friend. And it says, Stacks not miserable. And I don't know what she's trying to prove to me, that she's balling in money and I don't have a car and I don't feel safe at my place. And nor do I have any of the money to get up and get a new car. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know if it was like a slander to my face. Like, yeah, I got money, you don't. You over there struggling with your kids and you don't got a car. Like, that's what that's what it felt like. Stacks not miserable. And I'm not miserable, but I'm a single mom to 4 children. And once again, I know you guys are going to be irritated. I don't have my kid's father on child support, and I solely take care of all my children on my own. And they live good. They have everything they need and want. And so I might not have everything I need and want, but they do, because that's what a good mama does. So now we're in a situation where we don't have a vehicle, and I'm very grateful that Misha has got us not one, but a second, rental. But it is very costly. And like I explained last time, I don't know how I'm going to fall in the tax bracket this year, if I'm going to owe or not, because I did work multiple jobs throughout the year. I also did get paid from social media. So when you add all that up, you fall under different tax brackets. I might not owe, but I might not get back the, oh, you got 4 kids, you should get thousands of dollars back. Again, it depends on your tax bracket, right? When they put all the numbers in, and depending how much you made from each one of my, jobs from the year, it all depends, y'all. So this year, I'm a little nervous. I don't know what it's going to look like. I'm waiting on one more W-2 to be available for me to be able to either print it out or wait for it in the mail. It hasn't been available yet to print out. So I'm like, okay, is it coming in the mail? What's happening? And then I can file my taxes, but I don't know what that's going to look like. I don't even qualify for any kind of aid or any assistance. So I don't know, y'all. I'm grateful. That's a sign that I'm doing well. But also at this time in my life, could use that money, to be able to get me another vehicle. So I don't know, y'all. It's hard. If you're getting a rental, how much they cost in a month. So how much the Honda Pilot I had, right? For a month, that was $1,300. That's with no enterprise insurance. That's just with the insurance that you have already on a vehicle. You can just add the rental onto your regular car insurance, right? That's $21 to $31 a day. So add that times 22 days plus the 1,200. I believe that's how much it costs. That's almost 3 of my car note payments, almost 4 on the car that I just had. And that car is literally almost paid off. There's like $1,000 to $2,000 that's owed on the car that now my brother Michael has. So no, Jessica, he will. And I needed that. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, they will be used as evidence. I'm going to keep it on. I'm so proud of you for doing that, girl. Yes, Victoria, I will make you a mod too. I just have to figure out how I do that now because they've updated it. You're welcome. Okay, so people have been telling me about that vlogs with Mika. I hope I said your name right. I'm not good with reading names, y'all. I be butchering people's names, so forgive me if I didn't pronounce that correctly. I'm going to look into that. It's just when you're paying all of your bills and, my kids play sports, my kids got cell phones. They all got iPhones. The bill's a little high. No, not right now, baby. Okay? All these things add up when you're not, in a marriage and the bills are split or receiving child support. Everything just weighs on my shoulders, and I'm not complaining about it. Please don't take it that way. I'm not at all. That's what a mother does. But I just wasn't in a position. I just moved to this very nice townhouse, and it cost a lot of money. It basically took all of my savings that I had saved to move here. And I love it. I love the neighborhood. It's safer. My kids go to a phenomenal school. So it just kind of happens at the wrong time. But when do things ever happen at the right time? Things obviously always go wrong in people's lives, my life, your life, at the wrong time. So now, can you read the comments? Yes, I see the comments. So now I'm just trying to balance it all, y'all. And I'm this close to starting me a GoFundMe. Thank you, Nancy. I'm this close to starting a GoFundMe for a car. And I know people are going to be like, oh, you better figure it. I know. But I'm going to tell you this. If I do, or if I did do that, I'm going to let y'all know something about me. That would be me humbling myself. Because one thing about Keishelle, I don't ask nobody for nothing for myself or my kids. Now, I might ask you something for my brother, absolutely, for any of my brothers. But something for me or my kids, I'll figure it out. I got it. I'll suffer in silence. So that would definitely be me humbling myself to ask for any type of help. But I need to stay employed, and I need to be able to get to all my jobs. And I need to be able to get to my children. When you're a mom and a single mom and help is limited, you rely on your vehicle to maneuver life. And if you're a mom, you know that. So I don't need to explain that. What would you explain yourself with one word? Optimistic. You know what? My grandma said the same thing. My grandma said she's acting like she wasn't happy with Gary. My grandma said the same thing. She said she's acting as though it's like she's free. Like she's out here and she's free and she's living her life. And yeah, a newly divorced. I promise you. I'm going to tell you right now, my mom is not acting like a widow. And that's just on Mary, had a little lamb, and that's on Joseph and all his cattle and his sheep. Okay? And that's a biblical reference if you don't know. Okay? It's just that's AAA. You can get rentals through AAA? Okay, I didn't know that. Girl, but you should do a wish list for the kids during their birthdays and holidays. We would love to spoil them. The internet aunties need to send them some goodies too. Aw, thank you, Life and Nancy. I appreciate that. Is she flashing the insurance money? Kim, I don't know. Because like I said, I have not had a conversation with my mother. Now, we've had a yelling match, but I haven't had a conversation with her since the incident. Now, when I showed up at her house to confront her, that was just yelling. So I haven't had an actual conversation with her since January 12th and 13th. And we're on February 23rd, so I don't know what's going on in her life. People send me stuff, some of my supporters, they'll send me different things that they see on the internet. But as far as that, I don't know. I don't know what's going on or where it's from. So, I just thought it was so random. What would make her send me that picture, right? Like, it just kind of threw me off, y'all. I'm going to be so real with y'all. It threw me off. I had to share it. I had to have some comedy with it because I don't know her intent, her intention, what she wanted me to get from that picture. Stacks, not miserable. Well, you just lost your, husband for 14 years. I mean, I think anybody would be a little bit of miserable, but I don't know. Who am I? I haven't went through that experience, but I'm just sharing it from my perspective and my opinion. But we've been on here a minute, y'all, and I'm so grateful for my community and my village, for y'all being here. Hit a like on the way out. I am going to post the videos tomorrow. I'm going to attempt to post a video, go live. Post a video, go live. I'm going to attempt. Don't hold me to it. I'm going to try, okay? But every time each video hits 1K views, I will post another video. So people cope with pain differently. Absolutely. And I get that. But what was the intention on sending a picture like that? For what? Knowing, that I need to get a new car. You know my situation. What were you trying to say to your own child? It's just, it's very disturbing. It's very disrespectful. And it wasn't funny whatsoever. So I hope it works out. We love you. So does God. Stay strong. The way they have made these live videos so easy to swipe through has brought so many trolls. YouTube needs to change it back, right? But that's okay. I'm okay with that. I got my mods in here. You guys are doing a wonderful job. Shout out to my mods. Y'all are the real MVPs tonight. And I will see y'all tomorrow. Tomorrow is my content day. I don't work tomorrow. I have made tomorrow my designated entire day to content and editing and posting. So I'm going to try to get as much as videos, all my back vlogs out so we can start recording currently. So I have vlogs from Valentine's Day. I have vlogs from the last court date and the court date from yesterday. I just have so many videos, y'all. So I want to get them out for you guys so we can start the next season of us, for me sharing my life story and my brother's life story with you guys. Have a great rest of the night. Love you. Love you too, guys. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you don't miss when I'm live tomorrow, and you don't miss an upload from me, and you don't miss when I drop my new YouTube channel. So it's going to be all about my weight loss journey, my hair care, my skin care, changing my wardrobe. It's going to be, I might all about Key. We'll figure out the name because I'm really stuck on Kennedy Key, but it might be all about Key. So love y'all so much, and I appreciate you guys for being here. And we'll see y'all tomorrow. I say that from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate you, each and every one of you guys. So good night. It's 9 o'clock here. I need to get my rest so I can get up and get to posting. So we'll see you guys in the morning. Bye.